Let's go. We're watching, this is scope kisses. How dangerous are they? We're gonna start kissing the scopes. This is a workout video? Yeah! Gotta get that angle. Yeah, get it, Scott! Get it! Just what?
One more time. Do it one more time, old man. Hey, come on, man. Quit walking in front of my camera. Can't you see I'm trying to film my sick workout and show the world my sick biceps?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you filming for your 5 followers? Actually, it's 15 and a half followers.
15
Why
and a
don't you show
half?
me some respect, bro? Maybe I would show you some respect if my grandmother didn't curl more than you in her silver sneakers class. And as for your camera, how's this for getting too close?
Oh!
You're right, I'm sorry.
Ow.
Oh, I'm gonna show you a real workout. Don't hurt me, I'm sorry.
So that... Oh.
What's up, everybody?
What's
My
up?
name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And today, we're going to talk about kisses. And I'm not talking about
Kisses.
Hershey's kisses. I'm talking about scope kisses, which are not delicious at all and are actually quite painful. So what is a scope kiss? If you are aiming
That's
a
so
rifle
pretty.
and you have your scope a little too far back, or maybe you've got your face a little too far forward, the recoil of the gun is going to cause that scope to come back and give you a little kissy-wissy on your face. Now, that is quite painful and can cause quite a bit of damage to your face. Today, we're going to see just how much damage that would cause to the shooter. I have several rifles, starting from small and going all the way up to very large. Now, I don't feel like being scope kissed today, so instead I have a Ballistic Dummy Lab zombie bust that we will be using as our test subject. I am very excited about today's video, so let's go get set up and get started.
Hey.
So I have been racking my brain trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to make this work, and this is what I've come up with. A bag of sand. So I wanted this zombie bust to be firm, but still have a little bit of give to it. I felt like cinder blocks would be too much, and a sandbag should be just right. So we're going to start out with a 22 long rifle. This is a bolt action rifle. I don't think this is going to provide a big kiss, just more of a little smooch. So I'm going to line this rifle up with the zombie bust. I'll be the one pulling the trigger, and we're just going to let the magic happen.
Oh, this feels very uncomfortable the way that he's holding it.
Get this guy lined up.
Do I want an eye kiss? Absolutely not. Oh, that did nothing. That still hurt like the eyeball, I think, though.
So it looks like a 22 long rifle would not be too bad to be kissed by. We don't have a lot of damage here. So now we are going to move on to a bigger caliber. So we are going to jump from 22 to 223. I have an AR-15 here. Let's see what this does. All right.
It's like teaching a child how to shoot. Here you go, kid. This is how you shoot a gun. Bam. I can see.
I think you would have felt that one.
Ooh, that actually hit my eyeball. He'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Any marks on our zombie bust, but the slow-mo shows that a 223 would definitely kiss you a lot harder than a 22 long rifle. So now we're going to step it up to a bolt action 308. This is quite a bit bigger than 223 and should produce more recoil. These are some Underwood ammo, 175 grain controlled chaos, by the way.
Controlled chaos?
I think that this may leave a mark. All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Oh.
Aha. Oh. It's so large, like it just hit my bones.
Definitely be kicking more than the 223. We have visible marks now. That's even cracked a little bit. That cracked his eyebrow and through here, and this is cut. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna say the 308 is pretty good at smooching. So we still have three very large rifles to test out in this video, but before we do, we're gonna try something else. On top of being scope kissed, there's something I like to call being forehead licked. And that is where someone is shooting a very big handgun, does not have a very good grip on it, They do not have their arms straight. They do not have, there's a buckle. Get out of that lens.
Get it.
Anyways, they are not hanging on to that handgun good enough. And when it goes off, it comes back and hits them in the forehead. So now we are going to try out a few handguns and see what that would look like. You know, getting scope kissed is not very awesome, but you know what is awesome?
What is?
Today's sponsor, Vanish Holsters. And
Wow.
I'm very excited to announce that Vanish Holsters is doing one of the biggest giveaways that I've ever had the pleasure of announcing on this channel. One of you is gonna get a brand new, fully customized Chevy Silverado Trail Boss.
This video's old, by the way.
I love this thing. Not the mannequin. The holster. The Vanish holster is the most comfortable holster I have ever worn. It is made of premium materials and enhances your everyday carry.
Wow.
And it is very versatile. It works
I know,
with
be like,
99%
oh, another card to
of
enter
all
for?
modern handguns.
Heck yeah.
Carries 2 additional magazines and works in a variety of carry configurations. So about this giveaway, all you have to do is click my link in the description down below and pick yourself up the most comfortable holster you.
All right, I'll
So
skip
this
it
little
since
guy
the
right
giveaway's
here is one of
over
my
a year old.
favorite hand cannons. This is a Ruger Super Red Hawk Alaskan 454 Casull with a 2.5-inch barrel. It is very snappy, and if you don't hang on to it, you're definitely going to get forehead licked. Now,
Forehead
this is
licked?
an Underwood ammo 300 grain jacketed hollow point. I am very curious to see what happens. So I've put some thought into this, and I feel like this is the best way to do it. I'm going to get down behind the zombie bust. I'm gonna put my hand here on his shoulder, so if he were to fall back, my forearm is all that's going to hit me. And then I'm just going to put the gun in front like I would be shooting, and we should get some good forehead action. Here we go.
Right in the nose. Well, your nose is broken out.
So you definitely would have felt that one. We have us a new mark here, and I believe that's from our front
Too
sight.
late, that's why I'm trackless. I know.
All of this above his eyebrow. This next hand cannon I have is one that I have seen on the internet a lot, slapping people in the foreheads, and that is a Desert Eagle. This is my Magnum Research Desert Eagle chambered in 50 AE, and I have some 50 AE Underwood ammo, 350 grain full metal jackets. Let's see how good this thing is at licking foreheads.
I think they got the chin. Oh, my jaw. It is a big gun. Hi, Charisma. Hi.
So it appears our slide came back and hit the zombie bust in the chin and kind of prevented it from coming up and slapping him in the face. Now that still would have hurt really bad, but we're going to take one more try. Yeah, I'd say that got it.
Which spit he uses in her job as a fetch. I'm not a fetch!
So it looks like we had a much better result that time. We got smacked right in the face. I don't see any new damage, but the slow-mo camera definitely showed that that would not feel nice. But I have one more hand cannon that's slightly bigger than that one to try out. And that would be the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum, the biggest production handgun in the world.
Biggest nose
this
of the
is a
Smith &
Wesson 500 Magnum with an 8 3/8-inch barrel, and I've seen lots of videos of this thing licking people's foreheads, and we're going to see if we can recreate that. And I'm going to be using some Underwood ammo, Kentucky Ballistics 600 grain hard cast. That right there is looking pretty good. But before I get this zombie bust a new forehead tattoo, if you're enjoying this content, hit that subscribe button. And here we go. Oh my goodness.
Her mayonnaise. Right in the mouth. Oh, there's a open mouth kiss right there. You're eating it too. Hello?
Well, after reviewing the slow-mo footage, it looks like you would not have a new face tattoo from that, but you would need to pay your dentist a visit. It seems that this rear sight smacked him in the mouth,
hammer.
and
Sure
you can see all this in here is pretty broken. He's got some broken teeth. Yeah, right there. Those are broken.
Stop peeling his gums away.
Yep, there's one right there. So I think that just goes to show you that if you are not very experienced with handguns, you definitely want to be extra safe when you try out your first hand cannon. Otherwise, you may look kind of goofy afterwards. So now we are going to transition back to rifles, and boy, are they some big ones. The 308 did quite a bit of damage to our zombie bust, but I think this one is going to do a little more. This is my Savage 338 Lapua bolt action rifle. And as you can see here, 338 Lapua is no tiny round.
Get deep in them guns.
Oh man, this is gonna be gnarly.
Hey.
Alright, let's get it lined up.
Oh, I feel like that would hurt.
Oh.
Like my elbow or something.
Oh yeah. She be kissing.
We kissing! Oh. I mean, the nose is still, you know, intact. So, I mean, that's a good thing.
Look at our zombie bust here. Yeah, his nose is chipped. And this is all nice and broken.
Intact. Almost not.
That after that, you may be a little gun shy. You also may be investing in an eye patch. So the 338 Lapua was not playing around, but when it comes to recoil, I think this next gun has it beat. This is my CZ 550 Safari 505 Gibbs. This gun is not necessarily very heavy, but it's producing a lot of energy. This is the 505 Gibbs. This is a 600 grain jacketed soft point, and this thing is going to be producing a lot of recoil.
Orbital bone?
Okay, let's get this thing lined up.
Let's see it.
Okay, I'm going to say about right there. Holy cow. Yep.
That had the kick to it.
505 Gibbs. Definitely be kissing.
Well, you need a whole new eyeball. You want a replacement or a glass one?
Holy cow.
The 950 JDJ
oh my
video?
Gosh.
Probably not today, though.
Jeez. Look at the scope. There are bits of bone on this scope. Take this with a grain of salt. How do you clean bone out of your gun? I've never actually been on a safari hunt, but I don't think that scopes belong on rifles that produce this much recoil, because there is always the risk of that. I don't want anything near my face that is producing that much recoil. I'm sure all the guys on the safari forums are really going to rip me apart for that one. I know they love me. So our last rifle is a gun that I have personally been kissed by.
Okay, I was about to say,
is a
I didn't know if like this was before or after his event.
RN50 50 BMG, and when it comes to 50 BMGs, this is pretty darn light. And this one in particular does not have a muzzle brake, so I feel like this is our best chance at delivering the biggest, wettest, fattest scope kiss that we possibly can. So now we are going to create the worst scope kiss possible. The only thing that I think would be worse than this is a 950 JDJ scope kiss, but I did not want to risk ruining that scope.
Pretty sure you don't use the scope with your nose. Just put it where the nose is.
So this is what we got today. More 950 JDJ videos are coming though, so stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. So our setup now is slightly different than what we've been using. We were using a sandbag, so it had a little bit of give, but this time we're not doing that. I have 2 cinder blocks and a lead bag. He's on the sandbag here at a slight angle with that scope very close, but we still got a little bit of space so we can really punch.
There's space between there. Okay, I thought like his nose was shoved in there.
Him in the face. And now I'm going to pull that hammer back and
smell my enemies.
Pull a string. 50 BMG smooches coming in 3, 2, 1. Oh!
Probably not gonna have half your face. Yeah, your skull is not intact anymore. It is shattered. You're like, what, 3 skulls now? It's an elevation scope. Oh. I liked that gun, and now I'm kind of more scared of it. So never mind.
Oh,
the 950. We
can
measure how far you flew back.
Fall off the table. That was quite a bit of recoil. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. Scope, surprisingly, still looks good. It's not moving. Come on. Nope. All right. That's not coming out of there. I'll get that out later. Let's take a look at our zombie torso here. He's not looking too good. His skull is fractured. Yeah. His whole face feels kind of loose also. This is all broken. His orbital bone, all of that is just shattered. Oh,
why is this grossing me out?
Golly. And then, yes,
you get those Flintstone vitamins, they'll fix it right up.
Skull is fractured. Now, this is a little bit of an exaggeration. His skull is cracked and he's just absolutely mangled. I don't think a 50 BMG scope kiss would be this bad because most likely the back of your head would not be pressed up against cinder blocks. But I would say if you were too close to a 50 BMG scope and that gun went off, you definitely would be needing a makeover and insurance.
Or just a new skull.
And potentially a glass eye.
That's you.
So what did we learn today? Well, I know personally
thank you for
I
43
learned
months.
that scope placement is very important, and so is your face placement.
Break
I
your
think
neck,
it goes
right?
without saying that before you shoot a rifle with a scope on it, you definitely need to make sure there is a proper distance between your eyeball and the back of that scope. Otherwise, you may end up looking like this guy.
Well, there's the blood. Throw the table on him.
Well, I hope you
Or hit the
enjoyed
table.
today's video. If you did, be sure and give it a like and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to check me out on all social media platforms.
All
Links
of
to
them.
those are in the description down below, along with a link to
Army Top Performance
KentuckyBallistics.com,
Calcium Bar.
just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.
Hit the table! Yeah! 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 Get it! Beautiful. Total table death.
It's pretty effective.
All right, everyone, say bye, Scotty! In the land of Earthrim. Hello, potion seller. I am going into battle, and I want your strongest potions. My potions are too strong for you, traveler. Potion seller, I am telling you, I need your strongest potions. I'm going into battle. I'm going into battle, and I need your strongest potions. My strongest potions would kill you, traveler. You can't handle my strongest potions. You better go to a seller that sells weaker potions. Potion seller, what do I have to tell you to get your potions? Why won't you trust me with your strongest potions? Potion seller, I need them if I'm going to be successful in battle. My dear traveler, the only way I will sell you my potions is if you use code SPIT at checkout to save 10% off of your purchase. That is the only way. Then it shall be done. I will use code SPIT at checkout to save 10% off of my purchase. Thank you. And the traveler went and won their battle with the help of the amazing Gamer Subs.